Are you trying to build your business? Are you trying to get clients? Are you trying to show up consistently? Are you trying to make it happen? Are you trying to hit 5K months? Are you trying to hit 10K months? Are you trying to get to 6 figures? But you feel like no matter how hard you try, it ain't working. It's not going the way you want it to. And you find yourself in this entrepreneur rat wheel, where you're going and going and going and trying and trying and trying, and you have this bowl of spaghetti and you take the spaghetti and you go fling, 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 throwing freaking spaghetti at the wall. And you're like, please, like today, one has got to stick. One has got to stick, like now. Stick now, you bloody spaghetti. I am ready for clients. I'm ready for money. I'm ready for abundance. I'm ready for impact. I'm ready to be a sought after coach and entrepreneur. Welcome back to another episode of Diaries of a Six-Figure Coach podcast. This is the topic I'm diving into today. It is June 30th, and I hear this a lot. I've been in this trying everything vibe. I have been finding myself in this red wheel, and regardless of even the growth I've seen, regardless of where my business is at, I have found myself falling back into this trying energy sometimes. And so what do I do to rein it in? What do I do to come back to get the big picture vision? What do I do in order to get myself out of trying and into actually being in the driver's seat of creating the experience that I desire in my business, of creating the results that I desire to see in my business? It is CEO energy. It is CEO vibes. This is so important. So many of us work in our business. We serve clients. We do all the things. So many of us, if you're listening, you're probably a solopreneur and you do a lot of things on your own, wearing a million hats. So here you are working on your business, doing all these things, working in your business, doing all these things instead of working on your business. Instead of working on your business. This is what CEO vibes are all about. It is about taking a step back and saying, I am a CEO, owning that role and working on your business and strategizing for your business, looking at what worked and what didn't, drawing out the freaking lessons from the previous month, from the previous quarter, right? Like we just finished, it is June 30th. We just finished the first 6 months of the year. If you are not where you want to be in your business, if you are somewhat where you want to be in your business, or if you are where you want to be in your business and you're calling in more, this is key. When we lose sight of working on our business and we get just stuck in the wheel of working in our business and in this trying energy and this needing energy, shit ain't working. We're not actually producing the results that we want to produce. And I'm passionate about it because I see it with the people around me. I see it with coaches around me. I hear the conversations. I've seen it with myself. I've seen it with my clients. And what do? We bring it back. We take a step back and we bring the CEO energy. We become and we own this role. We're both the chief executive officer of our business, but we're also the chief experience officer of our business and most importantly, our life. This is so key. Yesterday inside the CEO Club, I led a strategic planning session. I lead these every quarter and spilling the beans here, but I'm actually going to be bringing them in as a monthly event rather than just quarterly because it was so potent. And I realized and recognized the importance of adding this layer of support to my clients inside that space, which is incredible, valuable membership space. And I want to add this because I want to provide the personalized support. I want to teach you how to be a CEO, how to make sure you dedicate time and space to work on your business and not just in your business. Because we have to gain the big picture vision. We have to understand what's working, what isn't, in order to be able to refine, adjust, and pivot in the way that we need to, in this case, to be able to achieve the desired results that we want to see, to be able to do what we say we're going to do, to be able to call in the clients, to be able to earn the money, to be able to pay our bills. I have big bills to pay. I've said this a few times. I have big bills to pay. And at many occasions, I have found my way in a position where I'm like, holy shit, like, how am I going to pay these bills? Even with thousands and thousands of dollars coming in, I've still experienced this. And it happens when I get stuck working in my business and not dedicate enough time to work on my business. And I rein myself in regularly. So I'm not sharing this from a place of I've got this all figured out and it's all perfect, because as my business has grown, as I'm having more clients, as things are changing and shifting, that is changing as well. And again, it's easy to get stuck in this trying energy, to get stuck in this working in your business energy, trying, doing all these things and operating like a wild ball without being held by a strategy, by a plan, by some sort of a structure that we can fall back to. And the thing is, when we're operating in this confused state, in this trying state, what you're really also doing is that you're really setting yourself up to burn yourself out. You're setting yourself up actually to fail, and you're setting yourself up to have an experience in your business that ain't fun. Because when we're trying to do all these things, when we're trying and trying and trying, it becomes really exhausting. It becomes energetically draining. And we really start to lose confidence, right? Like, we start to question, like, can I even do this? We start to wobble. So our ability to run our business like a CEO, our ability to rein ourselves back in when we realize that we go there, this is key. You will stumble and you will fall. I stumble and I fall all the time, right? I'm about to, like, I did my numbers for the end of June and I'm about $13,000 away to hit 6 figures in sales for the year, which is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Did it way faster than I did in 2021. I still have big ass goals for the rest of the year. And at the same time, I realized June, I totally got caught up in all of it. So when I sit back down, when I make this habit and I have this habit, I have a reflection practice that I do at the end of every single month. And I take myself through it and I strategize. But I strategize from a place of first drawing out the lessons. I look at what worked. I look at what didn't work. I look at what my goals were, if I hit the goals, if I didn't hit the goals. I look at what I need to let go of. I look at what I want to take into the next month with me. I look at celebrations. I look at all of it. Okay. And above and beyond, now that we're at this bigger beginning line, and this episode will air on July 7th, so a few days after the long weekend for both here in Canada and in the United States, we have long weekend coming up. So you will get this on the 7th, and there's still time. There's still time to look back and reflect on the last 6 months and to decide, how do you desire to show up as we're heading into Q3? How do you desire to walk yourself through the rest of the year? And something that is really powerful, and the way that I teach business strategy and I teach how we move and show up in our business, comes actually from an alignment of how you desire to feel and how we desire to feel day by day, and how we then implement practical, actionable, strategic, and tactical steps in our business is based on that feeling, meaning everything we do is in alignment with how we desire to feel. And how we desire to feel is reverse engineered from the ultimate vision that you have for your life and your business. So you can do this simple exercise, and I invite you to do that. And you start by really, like, drop in your body, take some deep breaths, take a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And let it all go, and take a couple of deep breaths like this. Close your eyes. You can put on some music if you like. I like putting on music. And I want you to drop in and just reconnect with your vision. What is the big vision for your life, for your business? How do you desire to serve your clients? What is it looking like? What is this big vision of yours? How much impact are you going to make? You speaking on stages to millions of people? What are you doing? Do you have thousands of clients in your programs? Do you desire to have a 7-figure, 8-figure business? I know I do. What is it like to be in this experience? You traveling? Are you in beautiful places? Do you own a beautiful home? Do you have a family? Do you have space and time in your day? I know I do. What is it? What is it? Stay there for as long as feels good. Imagine what it's going to be like. And then start to connect it. What does that feel like to have all that? What would it feel like to live that way, to be that way, to lead that way, to serve your clients that way, to have that kind of business? What does it feel like to you when you get there, when you have all of it? Lean into that. And when you're ready, open your eyes, take a pen, and write down all of the feelings, all of the emotions that came up for you. You know, when I did this exercise yesterday with my clients, I took myself through it again as well. And some of the things that came up for me was pleasurable, fun, joyful, satisfying, exquisite, abundant, powerful. Those were some of the emotions, the feelings, the vibe that I was leaning into. And then from there, we can be like, amazing. What are all the things that I can do, that I can offer, that I can say, how I can show up, that are alignment with that make me feel that? Like this podcast is a prime example. I love this podcast. I feel like I'm able to express myself fully. I feel exquisite doing this. It feels fun. It's so fucking fun to have this podcast and to serve this way. Right? It's fun. It's pleasurable. I enjoy it. I love to serve this way. This is a way for me to build my business. This is a way for me to make a bigger impact. This is a way for me to call in some more beautiful, beautiful clients into my world. I love speaking. I love having my own podcast. I love sharing this wisdom with you so that you can become a 6-figure coach, so that you can take your business from 5 to 6 figures, so that you can sleep at night, so that you can have the life you want, so that you can feel like business gets to be fucking easy and fun and pleasurable and oozing. And you add, I am doing this because of what I get in exchange from it. Yes, there is money. Yes, there is impact. Yes, there is power. Yes, there is success. Yes, there's all the things that will afford me to do. But ultimately, what I get out of it is the enjoyment and the satisfaction and the love and the appreciation that I feel from my clients, from my community coming back. The gratitude I drop into because of that moves me to tears. This is why I do what I do. To see my clients succeed, to see them welcome clients, my strategic clients, like I'm just blown away. Like they're welcoming clients, they're moving, they're implementing things. Like my CEO Club clients, I see them showing up. My private clients, I see them showing up. I see them celebrating. I see them pivoting. Like it fucking lights my heart. It fills my cup. And I get to serve in this way through my offers, through my services, through my programs, through my podcasts, through my social media, through all the things that I do. So what we want to do with CEO mode on, with this chief experience officer hat on, with this chief executive officer hat on, we want to get back to the big picture. We want to reconnect to our vision. And then we want to align everything we do with how we desire to feel and how that vision makes us feel. And then guess what? Every day you already get to feel that way because you have access to your emotions already on that level. And this is where really we start to change the game. We start to be able to play a bigger game because guess what? When you feel the way you desire to feel already now, not later, not when you have X, Y, Z, but when you feel like that now, you start to show up differently. You start to build confidence. You start to be more audacious. You start to be more courageous. You start to be sharing more authentically, expressing your truth, being more transparent, putting yourself out there, being seen, being heard, putting it all out there because you already feel the way you want to feel. And that confidence and that magnetism and that all attracts and sells, and this is where the yumminess and the ease and the elegance and the grace and all the juicy things and the quantum leaping and all this stuff is happening in business, because you already feel the way you want to feel now. You are aligned and you're feeling it. You're feeling it and you're moving with that feeling from that place of abundance. And it's powerful. And yes, is it always going to work? No. Is it always going to be rosy? No. Does that mean you're never going to stress about anything? No. Like, damn, like June, I've been stressed. I've been feeling the pressure. Like, seriously, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And I've held massive space for myself, and I've had breakdowns, and I've been on the floor crying sometimes 5 times a day. And then I pick myself up and I show up again by anchoring back in to the feeling, to the emotion that is aligned with my big ass vision that I have. And you can do that too. And I'm hosting a really special event, and I want to invite you to it. And I will drop a link to register in the show notes. I'm hosting a special mastermind session. There's going to be limited spots available for that session. So if you know you want in, if you know you want to learn more about how to strategize to win the next 6 months in your business, to finish the next 6 months strong, if you want some support, if you want some hot seat coaching, if you want to get my guidance, one-to-one high-level mentorship for free, and get an idea of what it's like to work with me, to receive at this level, to be in my energy for 2 hours, to have that proximity, to ask questions, not just me teaching, to come into my world, then come join me. It's going to happen on the 11th of July, so next Monday. It's going to be 2 hours. It's from 12 noon until 2 p.m. Pacific. I was trying to find a time that works for all sorts of hemispheres, because I have beautiful clients in Australia. I have clients that are in Europe traveling right now. I have clients in the US. I have clients in Canada. So there's a global community, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So we're going to be diving into bringing CEO vibes, strategizing like a CEO. I'm going to take you into my world. I'm going to share with you how I do some of my planning. I'm going to take you through a few more exercises similar to the one I just shared with you, so that you can set yourself up for success for the next 6 months. So we're going to do it together. We're going to do it together, because I feel called to help you get out of this trying energy, get out of this I'm trying everything but it's not working vibe that you are in. You got to get out of it. You got to put your CEO hat on. You got to get back into the driver's seat. You got to have a plan. Stop throwing fucking spaghetti at the wall. I mean that deeply. Stop throwing spaghetti at the wall. Stop throwing spaghetti at the wall. And if you're like, strategy boxes me in, I feel, listen to the episode I did earlier on the strategy. Strategy will set you free. A strategy will set you free. It honestly does. Strategies aren't meant to box you in. They aren't static and impractical, and you have to always do the same things every day. No, that is not what a strategy is. A strategy is a framework. I talk about that a lot. A strategy is a framework. And when your strategy is an alignment and built based on how you desire to feel, that is in alignment and congruent with how you desire to feel when you reach your vision, it's a fucking game changer. This feels different. There is flow, there is alignment, there is enjoyment, there is pleasure. I talk about pleasure a lot. There is satisfaction. It will feel good for you to show up this way. It will feel good for you to have that strategy. You'll feel held. Damn, you feel held and safe and supported by your strategy, because your strategy can hold your biggest fuck vision. episode 2, I think it was, free. A strategy to hold your biggest fuck vision. Re-listen to it. And you'll really understand what I mean. So you're invited, come join me. Let's strategize. Let's mastermind. Let's hot seat coach. Let's do all these things. Let's do it together. Let's make it happen. This is what showing up, bossing up, and making it happen is all about. Get back into the driver's seat. And I'm committed through this podcast. I'm committed through what I share on my social media. I'm committed to help you make it happen. And for the rest of the month, I'm going to be talking about launching. I'm going to be talking about making launches a vibe. I'm going to be talking about revenue generating fucking activities. I'm going to be talking about how we can take the plan that we're making, how we can take the programs that we're creating and putting them out there in this feeling of a vibe. That's my methodology. The vibe launch method. Launching is my fucking jam. I love it. I love it. So for the rest of the month, we're going to dive into that. I'm going to give you an amazing free checklist. I'm going to be giving you my content strategy, content launch strategy that you get to steal. I'm going to take you into my freaking world on launching, and you can run with it. You'll be able to run with it. You'll be able to implement it. You'll be able to see results. And that really excites me. So if you're up for it, come join me on the 11th. You're invited. The link is below. If you can't sign up anymore, that means all spots are taken. Okay? Start there. Start there. Re-listen to this podcast. Subscribe. Share it. If something really resonates, share it. Who else needs to hear this? Who else needs to put their CEO hat again on? Who else needs to stop trying? Let's do this. Let's do this together. I can't wait to see so many of you on the 11th. It's going to be a hoot. It's going to be really fun. And I can't wait to see you next week to dive into launches. We're getting down to business this July. Let's freaking do this. Let's use the summer. Let's use this space together to make it happen. I love you so much. Have the most amazing day, and I will chat with you all soon. Mwah.